These are the top 3 settings that you want to avoid if you're going to run Google Ads at all costs. When it comes to Google, they love to sneak settings into your campaign builds. That's going to allow them to spend money easier, but isn't necessarily going to make you more money. So I'm going to go over the top 3 that you want to be the most aware of. Number 1 is going to be a setting that actually locks in the use of broad match keywords. Now, if you've ever ran Google Ads, you know when it comes to keyword targeting, there's 3 different levels of control targeting. There's broad match, phrase match, and exact match. Exact match is going to be the tightest to what you're trying to target. Broad match is going to be the loosest. And when it comes to broad match, it gives Google more control of who it's actually going to show the ads to. And when it comes to Google, a lot of the times you don't want to necessarily give it full control, because the more it can show your ad, the more it's going to make Google money. And that's what it's really optimizing for. So with broad match keywords, not only will it show for the keywords you're trying to target, it'll also show for synonyms. It'll show for variations of the terms. It'll show for terms that Google thinks are like the terms, especially with Google implementing more AI into the algorithm. So generally when you're launching a campaign and really starting out a Google Ads account and scaling out, you want to stay away from broad match, because it's going to make it more likely to lose money and less likely to make you more money. With this setting specifically, if you build the campaign with this setting on, it's only going to allow you to use broad match. So make sure to turn that off when you build your next campaign. The next is going to be if you're doing lead gen. Now, lead gen, when you're doing location targeting, there's a setting called presence in, or a setting called presence or interest in. And when it comes to presence or interest in, that's going to allow people to see the ad, even if they're not in your actual demographic that you're targeting. So if you're going for Los Angeles and you want to show the ad to people who are in LA, but somebody is in Florida looking at LA for vacation, it may show the ad to someone in Florida just because they have the interest in Los Angeles. So normally when you're doing lead gen, you want to make sure you only get leads that are in your target market, that are serviceable, because even if you get a great lead, if it's outside of somewhere you can service, it's just going to waste the money anyways. So very important, if you're going to do location-based targeting, even if you're on the e-com side and you're trying to stick to certain states you can deliver to, make sure to only have presence in. That way you show the ads to people who are located in that area, not just also interested in that area. The third is going to be network targeting. When it comes to building a campaign, especially on the search network, it's always going to allow you to check on or off search network and display network. Now, what these networks are essentially all of the different websites and apps that Google's partnered with across the internet. And most of the time, majority of the time, it's going to cause spam traffic from those networks into your ads, into your actual assets, which will waste a ton of money on your end. So we always recommend switching these settings off. That way, when you get the ads to be shown, they're only shown on Google's actual assets, which will be google.com, youtube.com, basically the main websites that you know people are going to that are actually quality traffic. That way you're paying for the best type of individual that'll go from your ad to your website and become a lead or make a purchase. So definitely recommend staying away from the search networks. If there is ever the point where you cap out without the search network and display network and you want to test it, sure, down the line might be worth including, but we always launch campaigns without these included. That way we get the best possible traffic, which gives us the highest likelihood of succeeding with a profitable campaign. If you want more videos just like this one, that'll teach you exactly what settings to use to have the most success on Google Ads, make sure to like and subscribe. We also post daily on our TikTok and Instagram if you want quick tips on how to scale. Thanks for watching.